What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Daily Refinement. My name is Chris. Thank you so much for joining me. In this episode, we're going to go over what's sold and how to compare shipping options so you're getting the most competitive rate. So here we have a vintage Singer sewing machine. There are a lot of these available, and if you are wondering why you can't find my solds, it's because I have them hidden. Here are my sales so far, so you guys can get an idea. $489 so far. You can follow along also in the reseller field guide. You can see here $489 in revenue so far and $320 profit. I haven't subtracted the shipping cost yet, so it still shows $327 profit. So if you guys are following along, you need to understand what your numbers really are. So I can see here so far I've spent $533, not all at once, and I've earned a net profit of $327, which means if my fiance asks me, Chris, how much money have you invested into this new project? I could say 533 minus 327, roughly little around $200 is what I've invested into this, which is sort of my budget for getting this off of the ground. Of that $200, 120 of it is cash. So I have a $100 bill listed and a $20 bill listed. So really out of pocket about $80 so far. So I want to really stress you can do this with little money, but you do have to be very aggressive in finding items to post. So for this experiment, I am going to list a lot of hard goods, a lot of non-clothing items, because I'm in a hurry. I'm trying to get this up as quickly as possible, and the clothing game is usually not fast. It's one of the most stable categories. A couple of my other stores are clothing, and they produce predictable income every single month. When you sell hard goods like vintage sewing machines, you really have no idea. I was expecting this sewing machine to sell within probably 2 months, but it sold in about a week and a half, and that's just because I have it priced lower than the market. And again, that's important to recognize. When you're just getting started, you want to price below market in order to get sales. I am going to get some haters that say that this is driving down the market and hurting resellers all over. In fact, I think that that's capitalism. When you are joining the market and you don't understand what you're doing, the only way you can really compete is by pricing your items low. That's just capitalism. On the other end, there are other people selling this exact sewing machine for $20 to $50 more by just waiting for the market, the demand to exceed the supply. Once all these cheap ones are sold, they'll be able to get their full amount of money. It just depends on your model. And they are taking better photos. They might make a video of somebody using the sewing machine, something to make it more valuable, and that's why people would pay more money. So Chris, you might be asking, Chris, looks very expensive and very heavy to ship. How are you going to ship this item? So it is about 17 pounds. With the box, it's going to be around 20 pounds. So I estimated 20 pounds. This is the sewing machine inside of the box, just so you guys don't think I'm faking it. You try to pick a box as small as possible that fits the item, so there's not a lot of rattling around. I am going to double layer thick bubble wrap this item before I ship it out via FedEx home delivery. And the way I came up with FedEx home delivery is I actually shopped around to see what was available. So I went to paypal.com. If you guys don't know, you can go to your transaction history and check out what UPS would charge. You do need to create a UPS account, but that's very easy. You can do it at the same time. So I'm going to compare UPS, FedEx, and the post office. So UPS is $27.75 for UPS ground. Great. I charged the buyer $40, so I have some room to look around. FedEx home delivery is $25.78, and I'm already going to FedEx to drop off a package. Otherwise, I might select UPS because there's a closer UPS to my house, and so it depends on the time. Sometimes I will pick a more expensive shipping option if I don't have to go to that location. And in here, you can see with FedEx Priority, the USPS Priority Mail, you would select the extra 30 cents because it would arrive in 2 or 3 days versus who knows how long with Parcel Select. It's going to be between 3 and 11 days. It can take a long time to arrive. For 30 cents more, you want to upgrade to make the customer happy. So here we have $51 for the post office, $25 for FedEx, and $27 for UPS. You would select what you're most comfortable with. Most of them will come with $100 insurance. Make sure you properly pack the items and drop it off and get a receipt if you're going to use FedEx or UPS. And if you have time to wait at the post office and do that, that's great. And it's going to help you in the beginning, but over time, your post office worker will probably know you. And if you put a little sticker on your box that says "Scan me," usually they'll take care of it for you. When you're just getting started, you may want to wait in line just so you can get that confirmation. But after some time, I don't wait in line for packages. They either come pick up or I drop off, and I just trust that they'll take care of it. And in tens of thousands of transactions, only a few have been misplaced, and all of them have been found. So I trust the post office. It's a big organization that does a really good job. But definitely shop around, figure out what your options are, enter in the exact dimensions. And again, this is 17 pounds. So I'm going to go and adjust it. It's around 18 pounds with the box. So I'm factoring in 2 pounds of padding material. I don't know if it's going to use that much. I'll reweigh it before I purchase the label. I have to make sure that it's secure. The way I'm going to make sure it's secure is I'm going to reinforce the corners with some cardboard. And then I'm going to double wrap it in bubble wrap and then place it inside the box. You can get bubble wrap for free just by asking retail stores. You can look on Craigslist. People are always getting rid of packaging materials because it takes up a lot of space. So with some hunting, you can be creative and get that for free. And let's go back to the reseller guide and check out the sales so far. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sales in about a week and a half. Not too shabby. And what we're going to do is stay consistent with listing 4 times per week. So for me, it's Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. For you, it can be any combination of days. I recommend at least 4 times a week. Do you need to list every day? Not really. You can just list once a week. It just depends on the market versus your item. The boost that you're going to get by trying to strategically plan your listings throughout the week is not as high as just consistently listing. Like, for example, I'm training for a marathon. It doesn't really matter when I'm running during the day. Of course, it's probably better in the morning when you're fresh and your body's more able to do it than at the end of the workday. But again, the distance is what we're going for. We're going for total amount profit listed. List that 4 times a day in order to get the momentum going, and then you'll get the habit going, and you'll be able to see. If you want to upgrade to 4, 5, or 6, or 7 days, just start with 1 day. If 4 times a week is too hard, which I don't think it is, because it's the equivalent of maybe walking around the block. And of course, some people can't do that, but with a little bit of effort, I do think you can find a $10 profit item 4 times a week, just to get started. Then every single week, list 4 times, but progressively harder than the previous week, $20 more than the previous week. After 3 months, you should be able to list $250 profit a week, and per day, 4 times a week. And there's the income that so many people are looking for to quit their job or build their side hustle or retire early, whatever your goal may be. If you want to download a copy of this reseller field guide, this is how it works. You're going to click the link below. It's $65. You get 50% off, so it's $32.50. Then on here in the very first section, there is an explanation for how to download this copy. You will not be able to edit this copy because this is the copy I use and upgrade constantly. So that wouldn't make sense for you to edit this version because I need to be the only person that edits this. So don't request access to edit it because I won't give it to you. You have to download your own. And the way to do that is just to go to File on the top left part of the screen and create a copy onto your own desktop and adjust it to fit your own business. My business is not the same as your business. You're going to see on here, I'm actually going to start a second store. And the second store will also be visible. And the goal of that will be a $2,000 a week net income. And you guys will see just how different it is, even doubling your effort to get $2,000 a week. It's not twice as much work. It's more like 3 or 4 times as much work because it starts to get more complicated. Until you figure out how to do it, there's a big dip. So anytime you guys try a change, try to adjust your business, you're going to notice a dip in productivity because you're using your time working on your business instead of in your business. So your productivity in your business is going to take a dip. Ask anybody who's hired somebody. When you hire someone, your business is going to go down. And what people do is they panic and they fire that person, or they give that person unrealistic expectations, and they end up failing. So hopefully that's useful, guys. If you have any questions, hit me up at chris@dailyrefinement.com, and you can find me there anytime. You can email me anytime. It will take me a little bit of time to get back to you. But if you're still listening and you like this journey, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next episode.